Hi, I'm Nandini, and this is my first ever YouTube video, and I'm super excited for it. Today, we're going to talk about I think everyone wants to just be understood. So, a little background about me. Absolutely love just talking to the camera. I love putting myself out there. I feel like if there's one thing in this world which just comes naturally to me is talking to the camera. When I was 8, I remember filming a house tour with literally one of my family members, and I was like, "Can you just film me going around the house?" I used to love baking a vanilla cake, this very particular vanilla cake, and I remember I made somebody film me for 30 minutes at the age of 8, just because I wanted to show the entire process of me making the vanilla cake. So I think if we build upon that, I am just here to film. I was talking about me filming my house tour and my vanilla cake. So those are the earliest memories I have of myself, like just being in front of the camera. And I hope that I'm able to just do justice to what I'm about to speak about here. So the whole idea about starting I'm making is to just create awareness amongst people about a lot of different aspects of psychology and mental health, in particular about education and about the importance of education for young people. And I'm not saying I'm some professional or I'm certified or anything like that. I'm just a girl, and I'm just somebody who is really interested in this field and just want to create things and ideas about around things that I enjoy. That's a little about me. And if you find this a little too much, well, that's what it is, right? I'm gonna speak and I'm just gonna be myself, and that's just what it is. So, what I'm gonna talk about is that I think everyone wants to feel understood. When I say that I think everyone wants to feel understood, I think it's because it's just such a human thing, isn't it? That since we've from childhood to now, I think everyone just wants to feel understood, whether that be by our parents, our friends, even sometimes I think, for a lack of better word, even ourselves. A lot of times, I think we ourselves want to just be understood by our own selves, and I think there's a lot of misconception and shame attached to the idea of being understood because a lot of times a lot of people, just because they want to be understood, they do things that are extremely bad, or they do things which are not as helpful, and as a result people end up viewing them as rude or selfish or not empathetic. But if you just dig a little deeper and maybe have a little more, if you try to look at the same thing with a more deeper lens or through their lens, we may realize that it's not because they're bad or they're selfish, it's just because they want to feel understood. Think about yourself, right? I'm sure that at least once everyone in their life has done something which they're not proud of, but it was not because they wanted to hurt someone or because they wanted to come across as bad. It was just because they wanted to feel understood. For me, for instance, from my personal experience, I remember being a little too much. I remember I asked a lot of questions, right? Because when I want to know something, I just like keep asking questions. And a lot of times it can come across as annoying or too much or too overbearing, but I'm not. I'm just here to understand the topic and to make sure that I'm also understood in that way. I don't know if that makes sense. But you know what I mean. But what happens when we don't feel understood? Like I said, when we don't feel understood, we resort to things which we don't want to resort to. We resort to actions and activities that we hate indulging. For instance, we all know it's not a good thing to just be on social media and just keep talking to the fucking camera all the time. We know that. But the thing is, we want to feel understood. And a lot of times, a lot of people, when they're just scrolling Reel or just watching YouTube or even watching your favorite show on Netflix, Prime, whatever, they watch it because they feel understood by what they're watching, right? They're able to relate to it. It's called relatability, right? And that heals something inside them. If I watch something that I used to watch as a kid, or that something, or if I watch something like which resonates with me, I am going to feel understood, and I'm going to feel as if something healed inside me. I'm going to feel loved, or at least seen. That, and I think that is something that counts for something. It's not vague. It's not random. It's not like it matters. What if we try to understand before we try to fix? What an interesting point to talk about. Have you heard about this cheesy movies where the girl is trying to fix the guy? And she's just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna fix him. I'm gonna do everything I can about to just make him a new person, to make sure I take all his problems away. She's trying to fix him, right? But without understanding why he is the way he is, right? A lot of times in our lives, we try to fix people around us, including our friends, our family members, or even ourselves, without understanding what's actually bothering us, right? in my case, I just tried to fix. I used to be a little anxious about things. Like if I have an exam coming up, or if I'm doing something which matters to me in my life, I used to get anxious, and I used to try to fix it. I used to listen to music. I used to count till 10. I used to take deep breath to try to fix this anxiety, just for it to go away. What I failed to notice was that I did not understand why was I feeling that way. Why was I feeling anxious? There must be a reason, right? So when I actually dug deep into it, and I realized that I was feeling anxious because I realized that this thing mattered to me and that I just wanted to do well. That simple realization is all that I wanted, that I needed to have. And then things got better, and here I am, right? So a lot of times in our life we try to fix things without understanding them. It's human. We all just want to be understood. A lot of times in our lives, when we fail to be understood, we resort to things which are extremely bad, harmful, toxic, or just not good in general for us or others around us, because we want to be understood. A lot of times we try to fix things before without understanding them, which is not good either. So if there's one thing I would want for you to take away from this video, is to just understand. It doesn't have to be crazy, it doesn't have to be dramatic, it doesn't have to be insane. If you can just at least try to understand yourself, people around you, or even your situation you're in, good, bad, whatever, things may look up a little, and things may hopefully start to get better. So maybe just try to give understanding a chance. That was my little rant, not rant, but my little thought about the topic of I think everyone wants to be understood. And if you have any experience where you were not understood or you felt very understood, please do drop, please do put it in the comment down below. And if you made it till the end of this video, comment this emoji, like a little plant sort of a thing. And before we end, a leaf I like, one leaf, is to give understanding a chance. And that's all for today's video. Have a nice day, or whatever time you're watching this. And don't forget to share and subscribe and comment down below an experience of yours being understood.